everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Raiders going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's go down to Miami. Standing by, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And we are underway from Miami. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Tannehill on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
This is Ajayi. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn: find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And the Dolphins are going to get a first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Back to throw, Tannehill being chased out left. That is caught at the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Deion Sims from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Oh, nice move. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Carr to throw. Caught left side to Crabtree. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And for that man, Crabtree just finished his 8th NFL season. Of course, the first 6 in San Fran, last 2 with the Raiders. Barely topped the 1,000-yard mark, but he did 1,003 this season.
It's been interesting to watch the career arc of Michael Crabtree, because you remember when he came out of college, came out of Texas Tech, he was seen as a pure #1 receiver. Many thought he was going to be a future All-Pro. But he settled in as the #2 guy in Oakland, and I think that's been great for him. Taking the pressure off of Amari Cooper and making plays himself.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's complete to Walford. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Murray had the 1,000-yard season in 2015, followed that up with 788 last year. Now, also in the mix in Oakland, you had Washington, you had Richard. How do you see this backfield playing out going forward?
I think you'll see a similar combination going forward. I think that's one of the reasons that he dropped from a 1,000-yard runner to 788, because they had other options. They're able to bring in Washington, Richard. They can use different plays for those guys, a lot of versatility, and really upgrade their offense within a few.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out come the Dolphins now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now it looks like we got the big tight end still down after the last play. Well, you can bet that they would hate to be without his services. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run for it with a Jay. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Surveying the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Carr. Open man is Holmes. 19 yards there on the pickup. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Carr. That's complete right around the 8. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
To throw is Carr. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They come out here in the eye. From his goal line here, Tannehill over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 94 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow him to get into the end zone.
He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 75 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will wind up being a poor decision to bring it out as he's out of bounds shy of the 20. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. They come out here in the eye. They'll start out on the ground with a J. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now Tannehill. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
It's a gain of 15 that time, and the Dolphins have a first down. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. On 4th down, Tannehill. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Cuts back, left sideline. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Tannehill. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would get...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kouamisi. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Set, wide 20. Wide 20. Set.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, hello, my name is Mike.
The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Deion Sims, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he knocks it through. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
He's going to try and go, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They got 29 yards there. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. To throw, it's Carr, eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's picked off by Jelani Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find...
Ojai hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They go with Murray again. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Flush to his right. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And now the rookie's free. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time. That extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that. He's got it at the 15. Carr and Crabtree hooking up for a big one there. 51 yards. So they're operating in the red zone. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Carr. This one caught left side by Cooper. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Connects it to Roberts, right side. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for.
Down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
380. 380.
Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill looking left side. That's caught by Landry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try to bleed it out.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down. 4th quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
Be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some room to work. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play that time for the Dolphins. 47 yards. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
4 down.
They snap it to Tannehill. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell.
And this is caught at the 20. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. 46 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Carr to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and then get that onside kick. Carr will look to throw. Flushed out right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. 25 seconds to go. A must recover if they're going to have any chance. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. Well, I know it.